What's up everybody, Chase back with liberalmind.com, and in today's video I'm going to be going over which GI Bill is the best for you if you're thinking about joining the military in the near future. And if you guys are already in the military, this is also a good video if you're thinking about swapping from GI Bill to GI Bill. But before we get started, all I ask from you guys is to click that subscribe button below, as well as the notification bell, that teeny little bitty notification bell. That way you guys can stay updated to new videos that I post to the channel in the future, as well as that way you guys can go back to my channel after this video is done in order to watch more military videos on my channel, as well as the money videos on my channel.
And the last thing that I have to ask before we get started, and this is going to be a walkthrough process, and this little walkthrough process is going to be clicking that like button. By clicking that like button below, it's going to help this video send it out into the YouTube universe. That way more and more people can see this video. That way if they're thinking about joining the military or are having thoughts about swapping GI Bills, they can have a good decision on which option to choose for the GI Bill that they want and the best GI Bill that fits for them.
Awesome. Now that we have taken the time to click those two buttons, we can now get started in today's video. So there are two types of GI Bills out there, and if you guys are thinking about joining the military, this video is going to help you guys make that kind of decision on which one is best for you. And as well as if you guys are already in the military, this is going to help you guys kind of know which one's best for you too if you are wanting to swap from GI Bill to GI Bill. But when it comes down to choosing which GI Bill is right for you, the only person that can make that decision is ultimately you. And when we are making that decision on which GI Bill is right for us is going to be coming down to if we're ultimately wanting to go to school and what state and school that you guys are looking at going to, and then kind of comparing and contrasting on which GI Bill is right for you. Now the GI Bill, the Department of Veteran Affairs has a great tool online, and that's going to be the GI Bill comparison tool. By using the GI Bill comparison tool, it's going to help you guys decide which one is going to be ultimately the best fit for you guys. If you already know what state and school that you guys want to go to in the near future for your guys' education. Using that tool will help you guys decide which GI Bill is going to give you guys the most money and benefits in return for your guys' active duty service. In the next part of this video, I'm going to be going into the two types of GI Bills. So the two types of GI Bills is going to be what most people go with are going to be the post 9/11 GI Bill, that's the most popular, and the Montgomery GI Bill, which is the second most popular for active duty service members. So I'm going to be going into depth in each one of these. So to start this off, the first GI Bill that we're going to be talking about is the post 9/11 GI Bill. And the benefits that you can expect to receive from the post 9/11 GI Bill are going to be covering tuition and fees, money for housing if you guys are going to school for more than half time, money for books and supplies, and assistance if you guys are thinking about moving from a rural area to a city to go to the school. So with the post 9/11, the post 9/11 is going to help you guys cover all tuition and fees of going to the school that you want. So the post 9/11 is really a great option for people that are thinking about going to school out of state, where the tuition and fees are going to be a very big number, or if you guys are thinking about going to a state university or private school. So those are the two ways that I really think that the post 9/11 is going to be the best fit for you guys, because those tuition and fees, or the post 9/11 covers all those tuition and fees and will pay the school directly. The second thing about the GI Bill is going to be money for housing. So money for housing is going to come in the form of BAH, and you're going to be paid BAH as an E5 with dependents on the zip code of the school that you guys are planning on attending. The next thing that we can talk about is books. Now for books, you can expect to be paid $1,000 per school year that you're going to school. The second and last thing that we can talk about for the post 9/11 GI Bill is going to be if the benefits expire. Now, if you have served and have gotten out after 2013, you can expect to have those GI Bill benefits to not expire. And if you guys are thinking about transferring your post 9/11 GI Bill benefits, you do have to serve a minimum of 6 years on active duty before you can transfer those benefits either to your spouse or your kids or any other dependents that you guys have. And here's kind of a list of ways on how you guys can use your post 9/11 GI Bill benefits. So a quick recap about the post 9/11 GI Bill. I really feel like is the best option for people that are thinking about going to school out of state or going to a big state university or a private university, where that they can have the post 9/11 pretty much cover all of the tuition and fees for you to attend that school. And then you'll get those housing payments paid to you based on the BAH of the school at E5 at the E5 rate, and then you'll also get a yearly book stipend to you pretty much to cover for books and stuff like that. You also do have the opportunity, if you need to have extra funding, to pretty much apply for the Yellow Ribbon program, where this pretty much the program, if you need help covering extra school expenses, for example, at out-of-state private institution, if you need help paying for the rest of the fees that the post 9/11 doesn't cover, you can pretty much apply for that program and pretty much have the rest of the fees or everything cost related covered for attending school. Now, moving on to the Montgomery GI Bill for active duty is going to be kind of totally different than the post 9/11 GI Bill. So for the Montgomery GI Bill, there's going to be a whole lot of requirements for you to pretty much get that GI Bill. I'll list them here on the screen. And here are the several categories on which you can qualify for the Montgomery GI Bill. Now, for the Montgomery GI Bill, you do have to pay up to $1,200. They'll take $100 out of your paycheck for 12 months in order to get the Montgomery GI Bill. But in return, the Montgomery GI Bill is going to pretty much pay you directly all the benefit to pay for school. And it's the same as the post 9/11 GI Bill, where you're pretty much going to get 36 months of school benefits for you to go to school. So most people typically do not like that in order to qualify for the Montgomery GI Bill, they have to take out $100 a month for 12 months, equaling out to $1,200 in order to receive this benefit. But this will pretty much allow the Montgomery Bill to pay you directly for all the school-related expenses. So like the post 9/11, the post 9/11 will pay the school directly for all the tuition and fees, and for the Montgomery, you're going to be paid all of the benefit to you, which will cover all of the school expenses, housing, books, and stuff like that. It's all going to be factored into one sole payment. The last thing I'm going to talk about for the Montgomery GI Bill before I talk about the quick recap is that you can also pay into a $600 buy-up for the Montgomery GI Bill, and you will also be paid a lot more money when you do go to school in the future. So for example, if I would have paid $600 into the buy-up program, that would have gave me almost $2,000 to $3,000 a school year in return for going to school. So for a quick recap for the Montgomery GI Bill, the Montgomery GI Bill will pay you directly, and then you will be responsible for paying all the school-related expenses. So this is a really great option for people that have potential for scholarships going to the school or outside the school that can pretty much cover all the tuition and fees. And then it's also a great option because you may also be living with family. So for a quick recap of what the Montgomery GI Bill is it's pretty much you're going to have to meet a certain amount of requirements to be eligible for and to pay into the Montgomery GI Bill. If you're eligible and you decide to pay into it, you're going to have to pay $100 a month for up to 12 months and a total of $1,200 of your own money in order to get the GI Bill, Montgomery GI Bill. Once you get the Montgomery GI Bill and you are ready to start going to school in the future, you are pretty much going to be getting that benefit all to you. So the Montgomery GI Bill will pay you directly, and you're going to be responsible for paying all the school-related expenses for you attending. So it's different than the post 9/11 because the post 9/11 will pay all the tuition and fees to the school and will pay you the housing and books costs. And pretty much the Montgomery will pay you all a one sum payment for covering for the tuition, housing, books, etc. But the Montgomery is a really great option if you do have the potential for scholarships at the school or outside the school. And you can pretty much waive all the tuition and fees out of it. You can pretty much almost bank the entire Montgomery GI Bill payment, which I will be doing since I just now have started school. And this is also a great thing too because there are a lot of ways to save money on college books, like online PDF formats that you can buy, or you can buy them used on Amazon, eBay, etc. And there's just overall a lot of ways to pretty much save money for you guys. Montgomery Bill will also be a very good option if you are living at home or have a very low monthly cost. So for example, like me, since I have moved back home, I will be pretty much getting paid the entire Montgomery GI Bill benefit. I am getting a scholarship that's pretty much going to cover all the tuition and fees, and that's going to allow me to pretty much bank the entire Montgomery GI Bill just because I'm going to a junior college and then transferring to a bigger university halfway through.
So that kind of wraps up this video. I will leave links in the description for you guys to go to the Department of Veteran Affairs website, as well as the GI Bill calculator. That way you guys can pretty much determine which GI Bill is right for you. And don't forget that you guys can always move from one GI Bill to another in the future before you guys get out if you guys are wanting to swap GI Bills. But other than that, if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button below. And don't forget to click that like button as well. That way we can send this video out into the YouTube universe. Because overall, there's a lot of people out there that do not know a lot about the GI Bill. It is a phenomenal benefit that military members receive for completing their military service. So overall, this will help all you guys in the military kind of hopefully make a decision based on the school that you want to attend. And you can always make that own decision when you guys join the military or are in.
Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next video.